When we think back to our younger days, there were some things that just made life better. Some were necessary, and others were just nice to have. But all of them became part of life during these times. So let's take a look back at some things that you absolutely couldn't live without in the 1960s and 1970s. In the 1960s, electric shavers revolutionized men's grooming routines. These convenient devices provided a quick and easy way to achieve a smooth shave, saving time and eliminating the mess of shaving with a razor and shaving cream. With their buzzing blades and ergonomic designs, electric shavers became a staple in every modern man's bathroom. They simply saved time for busy men who just wanted to get rid of that 5 o'clock shadow. Before the age of word processing, manual typewriters were the trusted companions of writers, journalists, and office workers. The rhythmic clacking of keys, the satisfying ding of the carriage return, and the inky imprints on paper created quite the symphony. Typewriters offered a tactile writing experience that inspired countless stories and documents. Writers cherished the physicality of their craft, feeling the weight of each keystroke and hearing that familiar sound of words coming to life. Manual typewriters became cherished tools that captured the essence of the written word. Ah, the sweet sound of vinyl. Music lovers couldn't resist building their collections of these black discs that contained music bliss. From the crackling anticipation as the needle touched the grooves to the warm tones that filled the room, vinyl records transported listeners to a world of melodies and lyrics. Each album was a treasure, and the act of selecting a record, carefully placing it on the turntable, and experiencing the full album from start to finish created a deep connection between the listener and the music. A vinyl collection was a reflection of one's taste, and it became an important part of who we are. The portable transistor radio was the gateway to the world of music and news on the go. Compact and battery-powered, these little marvels allowed people to tune in to their favorite stations, bringing the latest hits and radio shows right to their ears. From beach outings to bike rides, the portable transistor radio was the perfect companion for any adventure. It provided a sense of connection and entertainment, and the simple pleasure of tuning the dial meant discovering popular songs or catching up on the latest news. This made the portable transistor radio a cherished possession. When the summer heat became unbearable, the electric oscillating fan came to the rescue. With its gentle hum and cooling breeze, it provided much-needed relief during sweltering days and stuffy nights. The adjustable speed settings and rotating feature allowed people to find the perfect airflow for their comfort, making the oscillating fan a household essential. These fans provided a refreshing oasis from the scorching temperatures, especially for those that did not have indoor air conditioning yet. They created a soothing ambiance and made hot summer days just a bit more bearable. In an era where smoking was widespread, the trusty cigarette lighter was an accessory carried by many. Whether it was a sleek Zippo lighter or a stylish novelty design, these pocket-sized lighters provided a convenient and reliable way to ignite cigarettes, candles, and even campfires. They added a touch of sophistication to many smokers' lives. Lighting a cigarette with the flick of the thumb just made you look cooler than fumbling with a book of matches. Before the days of swiping through photos on a phone, the slide projector reigned supreme. Families and friends gathered around to enjoy captured memories, projected onto a screen or the wall. The anticipation of the carousel turning and the click of the slides changing brought laughter and nostalgia as the projector painted vivid images of past adventures and cherished vacation moments. Each slide was a snapshot brought to life, and it allowed them to be shared and celebrated with friends and family. The Viewmaster was a beloved toy that brought stories and scenes to life through stereoscopic images. By inserting a disc reel of colorful 3D images into the Viewmaster and peering through the viewer, users were transported to fascinating worlds and captivating narratives. It was a gateway to imagination, allowing children to embark on visual adventures from the comfort of their bedrooms. Each reel offered a new opportunity to immerse oneself in stunning visuals, making the Viewmaster a must-have for those seeking to escape reality and indulge in a world of wonder, even if it was just simple 1960s technology. The Schwinn Stingray bike was the epitome of cool in the 1960s. With its sleek design, banana seat, and chopper handlebars, it became the ultimate ride for kids and teenagers. Whether cruising through the neighborhood or jumping a makeshift ramp, the Schwinn Stingray provided hours of outdoor fun and a sense of freedom on two wheels. It was a symbol of independence and adventure, allowing young kids access to explore beyond their front yards and create unforgettable memories with their friends. In an era before gas-powered lawnmowers were common, the manual lawnmower was a vital tool for maintaining that pristine lawn. Its rotating blades, powered by human effort, efficiently cut the grass, as long as the blades were kept sharp. Pushing the lawnmower across the yard may have been a chore, but it was a satisfying thing for new homeowners. The manual lawnmower required a little more muscle, but it also offered a sense of accomplishment and pride, as homeowners could admire their neatly trimmed lawns. The fountain pen was more than a writing instrument. It was a symbol of elegance and sophistication. Its smooth nib glided across paper, leaving behind a trail of ink that added a personal touch to every word. Whether for daily writing or formal occasions, the fountain pen elevated the act of putting thoughts on paper into a refined art form. It required careful handling and regular refilling, but the result was a timeless writing experience that transformed ordinary words into something extraordinary. The Instamatic camera revolutionized photography by making it accessible to everyone. With its easy-to-use design and film cartridges, capturing moments became effortless. The click of the shutter, followed by the anticipation of waiting for the developed prints, immortalized memories in a tangible form. The Instamatic camera empowered individuals to become their own photographers, documenting life's precious moments with simplicity and convenience. From family gatherings to vacations, the Instamatic camera was a constant companion, allowing people to freeze time and preserve memories that would be cherished for years to come. At Recollection Road, I believe preserving the past is incredibly important, and our friends at Legacy Box do too. So much so, they've offered my viewers a code for 55% off. In today's digital age, analog media like VHS tapes and film reels are fading, risking the loss of cherished memories due to things like mold, dust, and time. But Legacy Box, trusted by over 1.5 million families, offers a simple and safe solution to protect your memories before it's too late. With Legacy Box, you can convert your analog treasures into digital memories effortlessly. Send your VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, and pictures to Legacy Box, and like magic, receive back your originals and digital copies for easy enjoyment, sharing, and organization. And here's the kicker. For a limited time, enjoy an exclusive 55% discount at legacybox.com/recollection. Don't let your memories fade. Preserve your past today with Legacy Box. Buy today to take advantage of this exclusive offer and send them in whenever you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to save 55% while supplies last. You may not have owned an Atari console during the 1970s, but at the very least, you knew somebody who did, and you made sure to do everything in your power to win their friendship. The very idea of playing video games in the comfort of our own homes, without ever worrying if we had enough quarters, seemed unheard of. But during the 1970s, we witnessed the birth of video gaming as we know it today, and leading the charge was the legendary Atari. This cutting-edge gaming console brought a whole new world of interactive entertainment into our living rooms. Whether it was Pong or Space Invaders, Atari games provided endless hours of joy and friendly competition among friends and family. But gaming wasn't the only creative outlet for kids back then. Remember those school projects where you would make homemade ashtrays? It was a time when these types of arts and crafts were the best gifts to give your parents. These unique ashtrays, always made with love, would often become cherished keepsakes for parents and grandparents alike. When it came to mealtime, and more specifically dinner, the 70s introduced a game changer for busy households, Hamburger Helper. This culinary creation revolutionized the way families prepared ground beef. With just a pound of ground beef and a box of Hamburger Helper, anyone could whip up a quick dish that pleased the whole family. Plus, who could forget the white glove mascot that lended a helping hand to mealtime, while also making Hamburger Helper a household name during the late 1970s. As the temperature rose during hot summer days, there was nothing that kept you cooler better than the good old water hose. Whether you were getting a drink from it or running through the sprinkler to cool off with friends, the water hose became an essential part of spending all day outside, playing and exploring the neighborhood. Fashion in the 1970s was all about making a statement, and boy, did we stand out with our big collars and big pant legs. Shirts with outrageously wide collars became a fashion staple for both men and women, creating a distinctive look that's now synonymous with the disco era. And those bell-bottom pants, which flared out from the knee down, added another unmistakable look from the 1970s. They were perfect for strutting your stuff on the dance floor and showing off your best moves in these funky, fashionable styles that define the 1970s. In the 1970s, communication took a leap forward with the introduction of answering machines. No longer did we have to race to answer the phone. Now callers could leave a message for us to listen to later. It was a game changer that gave us more control over not missing phone calls and added a touch of technology to every home. And let's not forget the era-defining music experience of the 1970s, 8-track tapes. These chunky tapes allowed us to listen to our favorite music on the go, and made our favorite music portable for the first time. From rock and roll to disco hits, 8-track tapes provided many with the soundtrack to their younger days. And there was nothing like cruising up and down the street in your first car with the windows down and a tape in the 8-track player. Saturday mornings were the pinnacle of the week for kids in the 1970s. As the weekend rolled in, we'd wake up early, grab a gigantic bowl of our favorite sugary cereal, and then eagerly await the start of our favorite cartoons. The likes of Scooby-Doo, the Jetsons, and the Flintstones brought smiles to living rooms across the country, creating treasured memories that still resonate with us today. Saturday morning was supposed to be just about the cartoons, but the Schoolhouse Rock shorts snuck in there, teaching us about multiplication, history, and the differences between conjunctions and interjections, without us even realizing it. Thanks to their catchy songs, we knew all about how a bill became a law without ever cracking open a book. In the 1970s, hitchhiking was a common and accepted mode of travel for adventurers seeking new experiences. With a simple thumbs up on the roadside, one could hitch a ride to somewhere new and share stories with fellow travelers along the way. While it may sound risky by today's standards, hitchhiking was a trusted and more affordable way for some people to get where they were going during this time. If you've stuck around this long, don't worry, there's still more, but I wanted to let you know that we've got some retro merchandise available too. Just click the link in the description to head over to the store. Tiger Beat magazine catered to the hearts of teenage girls across the nation. This teen idol magazine featured dreamy heartthrobs gracing its glossy pages, from pop stars to actors and athletes. Many people plastered their bedroom walls with posters of their favorite stars, and the magazine became the go-to source for celebrity gossip and crush-worthy content. Family outings in the 1970s were often filled with adventure and togetherness, especially when traveling in a classic station wagon. These spacious vehicles allowed families to spread out while embarking on road trips, picnics, or even a trip to the grocery store. The kids always wanted to ride in the very back, so they could wave and make faces at passing cars, or even lay down and catch up on the newest issue of Tiger Beat while you traveled from place to place. One very popular spot for family fun during the 1970s was the local skating rink. This was the perfect place to meet up with friends on the weekend, and roller skating just happened to pair perfectly with the sounds of disco music, making us feel free enough to show off our roller skating skills to friends. The skating rink was also a place to just hang out and play arcade games, if skating wasn't your thing. When it came to home entertainment, the Sony Betamax was ahead of its time. This revolutionary video recording system allowed us to watch our favorite movies and TV shows in the comfort of our homes. With Betamax, movie nights became possible without having to wait for the annual airing of The Wizard of Oz or The Sound of Music. Betamax brought the family together for movies, and it was at the forefront of what became the movie rental industry of the 1980s. Everybody likes a lollipop every now and then, and Charms Blow Pops were the favored lollipop of the 1970s. They arrived in candy stores in 1973 and were a 2-for-1 deal. When a kid was done licking and crunching the hard candy lollipop, they still had the soft bubblegum center to chew on. These colorful lollipops that came in various flavors satisfied the sweet tooths of a generation. The 1970s were filled with gadgets and gizmos that required a lot of power, and D batteries were the unsung heroes that kept them running. From portable radios and flashlights to toys, new electronics, and other household items, these large batteries were a staple in pretty much every home. This decade was when cordless devices became more and more common, and D batteries ensured we never ran out of power. Thank you to our loyal Patreon supporters listed here. Visit patreon.com/recollectionroad to join the club. As always, thank you so much for watching.